What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Happy to have you back. I am so excited for this video, the Iowa Hawkeyes Wave. It's one of the greatest traditions in American college sports. I first saw it briefly when reacting to another video when they were showing the best American college sports traditions, and I wanted to get a deeper understanding of what it is all about. I get the feeling it's going to be quite emotional. Of course, it refers to the Iowa Hawkeyes fans as they wave to the children's hospital nearby. Definitely a great sign of humanity. So just awesome behavior, wonderful behavior there by the Iowa Hawkeyes fan base. But yeah, folks, I'm hoping that you find this video as enjoyable as I'm sure I'm about to. Before we begin, if you are enjoying these daily uploads, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel below. It definitely helps a lot. But yeah, without any further delay, let's get right into it.
70s. Of course, there is also throughout this great crowd here, sometimes you'll find ways that crowds try to entertain themselves, I mean, sometimes they'll start the wave, and a lot of times that's just sort of a mindless thing. But this wave that we see at Iowa is something that has great meaning and connotation. We saw it last week. Kinnick Stadium is right beside the Children's Hospital at the University of Iowa. So at the end of the first quarter, they're turning around and making sure that all of these kids know that they're with them. A different kind of wave that is very touching, Tom Rinaldi.
I mean, folks, it is just so touching, as that commentator just mentioned there. These kids are fighting for their lives. I mean, life is just so unfair. I mean, damn, why should they even go through that? And that show of encouragement, that show of humanity, I'm sure goes a long way in encouraging these kids. So it's just such a lovely gesture.
Well, Reese, tradition in college football is part of the sport's very DNA, but tradition usually takes time. It happens generation over generation. The best new tradition in this sport has happened fast, thanks to some fans on the Facebook page Hawkeye Heaven, who made a suggestion that all the fans at Kinnick Stadium should not only salute the players, but that special group of people watching from across the street. And with that, much more than a wave was born. They came to the 12th floor for a gesture, or a motion, or a sign. But they received something more. A moment.
It's almost like a wave of hope. Like, you're not in this on your own.
How true is that?
It's a salute to those kids and to their parents and the family members. It just kind of brings it all home. What is important?
It started September 2nd.
It's time to start a new tradition here at Kinnick. And let's give a big Hawkeye wave to all the kids watching the game.
A new tradition where Iowa fans at the end of the first quarter turn away from the field at Kinnick Stadium and wave to those watching from across the street. Patients looking down from the Stead Family Children's Hospital. One of the faces they might see in those windows was Daxon Phippen, 17 years old, fighting to recover from cranial surgery.
Wow.
Even during the whole surgery, I was super calm. I thought he's going to go in, he's going to come out. And then he came out and he couldn't dress, he couldn't get out of bed, he couldn't use his hands. And I had a lot of fear.
A few days later, with Daxon now conscious but his recovery slow, he found motivation in thinking of the view from those windows.
He was super discouraged that day. And then he looked out the window and he said, at least Saturday's coming. And then he just snapped right out of it.
Being able to have that game to look forward to all week, that definitely helped with being able to make the days go by a little bit faster and easier, I guess.
I mean, folks, if there's ever an example right there that small actions by a bunch of people can make the greatest difference in someone's life. Sometimes, just being friendly to the person on the street, just lending a helping hand. You might think it's a small gesture, but it can make such a difference to that person's day. I mean, this young kid here, thankfully, he seems a lot better now. He was just looking forward to that game, and I'm sure, those waves to him in that window meant so much to him and gave him a little bit more fight. So small things go a long way.
Do you see the letter I for Iowa? I-O-W-A.
In another window, fans might have seen 4-year-old Sam Davidson
Wow.
and his mother Courtney.
It's just so unfair.
What they
So
couldn't
unfair.
see was Sam's battle against a brain tumor and his cycles of chemotherapy.
I don't think he understands the word cancer, and so we haven't really used that a whole lot. The chemotherapy is 4 or 5 days, and then we receive his stem cells. And then we recover, waiting for his blood counts to come up, and that's 4 cycles of that.
All right, here we go. Oh, great job.
But on a fall Saturday, it isn't about radiation or IVs. It's about celebration and anticipation.
For all that he's endured and gone through, Sam wanted to find a spot right up front. It was pretty cool.
Sam might not know it, but he means more to Iowa's head coach than he could ever imagine.
This is a tough subject for me. Nobody plans on a visit to the kid's hospital. It's just, it's not something you schedule or want to go through.
The Ferentz family has been through it. In 2014, Kirk and Mary Ferentz lost their granddaughter, Savvy, who was born prematurely at Iowa Children's at just over 21 weeks.
We knew it was too early. You try to stop labor, but they were unable to. Savvy was born, and she survived for 2 days. And to see my son and daughter-in-law in such pain, and it couldn't do anything for it. That was probably the lowest moment.
This past summer, Kirk and Mary made $1 million donation to the hospital.
Wow.
To create a program in neonatal research. After talking with Savvy's mother, Nikki, the family named the program in the baby's honor. The next couple of questions, Kirk, are hard.
Yep.
Because they revolve around the origin of the donation.
Yep.
My gosh.
It's been a couple of years, and there'll always be an empty spot where Savvy was supposed to be. I mean, she's very much a part of our family, a part of our life. And I think the best thing was when I talked to Nikki. She goes, our biggest fear is that Savvy's memory will dim, and now it won't.
Oof. Folks, your heart just breaks, listening to these stories, and, just so unfair that these kids have to go through this. Why does it even have to happen?
So, when 70,000 turn away from the field and toward the windows, when they raise their arms and move their hands, it's a moment, and it means more than we know.
You see it in the flood of people looking back at you. It was more emotional than anything, realizing that they were thinking about us.
Yeah. To me, it's just such a nice way for 70,000 people to recognize some really special people. The real heroes are up there.
It's more than just a wave. It's a lot more. It's life-changing for all of the patients here.
Wow.
As
No
we said,
words.
Iowa is not playing at Kinnick Stadium. The Hawkeyes are on the road, taking on Michigan State later this afternoon. There will be no players on the field. Kinnick Stadium will be empty. But on behalf of every college football fan, from here in Blacksburg and across the country, on behalf of College Game Day, right now, for all those who are still in that hospital, there's your wave. From all of us at College Game Day, all of us who send our support, our strength, and our spirit to the real heroes. Reese?
Wow.
Tom, we echo that as well. Our wave from all of us here at College Game Day to all of those kids at the Iowa Children's Hospital. Back with more Game Day in a bit.
You can just hear the commentators are choked up just watching those visuals. Folks, I really do not have any words. This video we just watched, tugged on our emotional heartstrings. Definitely, more an emotional video than we're used to watching together. But I do feel like sometimes it's good to shed light on, what's happening and, give praise to, the Iowa Hawkeyes for having this initiative, having this tradition, really making these kids feel special, putting them on center stage and making sure that they know that they are not alone. I think that is the most crucial thing when you're going through the motions, to know that you're not alone. It definitely helps a lot. It goes a long way. And just super, super emotional. Yeah. But yeah, folks, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this, heartfelt story as much as I did. Some of you might have learnt of this for the first time, like me. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, feel free to, watch other videos of mine reacting to a lot of college football stuff, a lot of American history things. So yeah. But yeah, folks, until next time, I hope you have the best week possible. I'll see you when I see you. Cheers.